Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna do a quick 10-minute makeup tutorial. I kept it pretty simple. I didn't do any cream contouring, just bronzed my face with some powders, and I also skipped the eyeshadow, so that makes the overall look super quick and easy. So first things first, we want to moisturize the skin. This is of course the most important part of prepping. I'm using the Murad Nutrient Charged gel, and this is a very light texture that's pretty much good for everybody. I'm applying the Dermalogica hydrablur primer to the pore area, so you just want to apply this in the areas where you have pores and just spread that out with your finger. For foundation, I'm mixing Dose of Colors shade number 120 with the Juvias Place shade number 620, and these are both very matte foundations, and I'm just going to mix them together because I like the texture that it creates. I'm blending out the foundation with a beauty blender, and to be honest, I was too lazy to wet the sponge and it's not expanded, so I'm using it where it's like super tiny and it's very hard to blend. And I remember I was actually struggling to blend out the foundation, so make sure you damp your beauty blender so that it expands. I'm gonna use the Loreal Infallible concealer. I've actually been using this concealer lately and I really like it. I would say it's a pretty similar dupe to the Tarte Shape Tape. But anyway, in that clip I'm actually complaining about the AC being so loud, so that's why I'm doing a voiceover for you guys so you can hear what I'm actually saying. I'm also applying some concealer to the lid so that whenever I blend everything out, it looks nice and even all around because I'm not going to do eyeshadow. So I'm going to set the under eye and the lid area with the Mercier translucent powder, and I'm just pressing that into my skin until the powder pretty much disappears. You can also bake a little bit if you like to, but definitely if you're doing a quick 10-minute look, you just want to tap that right in until it soaks up so that you have a nice matte finish. I'm gonna set the whole face with the Laura Mercier foundation powder in shade 3-in-1. This is gonna give a super matte finish and also a little bit more coverage. Of course, the liquid foundations we used were already matte, but this is just gonna make it even more matte and just kind of seal everything. Of course, you can also use the translucent powder all around your face as well, but this is just going to give more of a smooth airbrushed look. I'm gonna bronze my face with the Lorac Tan Lines bronzer. This is a matte bronzer. I'm actually using this as a bronzer and a contour powder, so I'm gonna apply this in the areas that I would normally contour. And starting off with the forehead, you just want to make sure you don't apply too much product at once, because if you do, you can end up with like a blotch, and then it's really hard to blend that out and get it smooth again. I'm using a fluffy, flat kind of angled powder brush from Japanesque, and just going over all the contour areas. As you can see, I'm just doing very light strokes, but I keep layering. And that's kind of the safest way to apply bronzer when you're not doing cream contour. For the nose area, I'm actually just going to squeeze this bigger brush and make it into a smaller size so I can use it on my nose. Obviously you can change brushes at this point, but I was being kind of lazy / trying to do this in 10 minutes. I'm gonna use my favorite blush by Chanel. This is the shade Rose Bronze, and I'm gonna apply this on the apples of my cheeks, and I'm gonna use the Morphe M544 brush for this, and again right on the apples of my cheeks. I also actually like to apply the blush kind of like in the center of the forehead, just to give a little bit of a warmish glow so it doesn't look so brown, and just overall gives it a nice pink sheen. So let's give the skin a little bit of a glow. I'm using the MAC Hyper Real Glow palette, and this is the one with the more pinkish shades inside. And I'm just gonna mix the goldish and the pinkish shade together, and using my Morphe highlight brush, I'm gonna apply that on the cheekbones, on the tip of the nose, on the center of the nose, and also on the top of my lip, right by my Cupid's bow. I'm gonna apply another layer of highlighter just because we love that extra glow. I'm using the NARS brow pencil in dark brown warm. Honestly, I don't use this shade. I don't know how it ended up in my kit. That's why I have that confused face right now. But I usually use medium cool brown. So let's see how this comes out. I'm making the brows longer, so starting with the arch and just kind of dragging that out, and then we're gonna go back in and fill the little dents inside the brows. I always have like a hole right there by my arch, and then in the front of the brow we're just gonna do natural brow strokes, and you want to apply the pencil in the direction that your hair grows. I always like to brush it out in between just to give a nice natural look. I'm going over the pencil with a medium brown shade from the Anastasia Pro palette. Obviously you can do this with any other brow powder you have. This just gives a more soft look. For lips, I'm using the brown shade from the Carli Bybel collection, and I'm starting from the Cupid's bow and taking that all the way out. I always like to shade my lip liner in and just blend it out with my finger to give a more natural look. Now for my lipstick, I'm using the shade Libra from the same collection. It's a really nice matte nude color. I'm gonna skip lashes, so I'm using the Toofaced Better Than Sex mascara, and I actually curled my lashes right before this, and sorry, I keep changing my position because I had like this weird setup and I brought everything to the middle of my studio, and I'm sitting on a high chair and the mirror is like super far from me. So actually, to be honest, most of the time in this video I couldn't really see what I was doing, but I think it came up pretty good. I'm using the shade Twilight from the same collection. This is a really pretty sparkly lip gloss, and I'm just putting that all over my lips, but more towards the center. Alright you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you want to see next, and of course let me know what you guys think of this video as well. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time.